new series time, yay! It is time for the first track from scratch series on this channel for 2021, and we're taking it back to the old school, around 10 years ago. It is time for the dubstep series, 2010, 2011, that kind of era, before Serum, before OTT, before Ableton 10, might even been Ableton 8 back then. And then another great part of this series, once this track is done in all its 2010, 2011 goodness, we're gonna go back into the project file. We're gonna flip the track, load in all the OTT, and turn it into a 2020, 2021 dubstep track. So it's gonna be a lot heavier and a lot angrier. It is time to wind the clocks back to 2011. Skrillex has released Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, and all the YouTube tutorials are about how to make that special Skrillex growl. UKF Dubstep was dropping every week at Dr. P track, Flux Pavilion, Excision, Nero. Knife Party was just on the scene after Pendulum split. Mode Step was fresh in the game as well, and just heaps of other artists. Tempos were 140. It was a simpler time. So there's gonna be lots of massive in this. There's gonna be lots of FM8. Lots of saturation and other good stuff. There's a lot of sounds to make in order to get started, really. Probably like the first half, if not the majority of this video, is going to be sound design related. We'll open up Master. Envelope 4 controls the ADSR, which is the characteristics of the sound over time. So we're gonna drop the decay and the level. Okay, decay is too much. What we're doing is creating the plucky kind of offbeat. Oh, there's a lot of 8-bit sounds in old dubstep as well, so I can't even call it old dubstep. Old dubstep's like, when did it drop in the scene? 2005 or something? I don't know. Amp up for OS 2. Another individual envelope. This one's gonna have a little bit of the delay on it. And it's going to link to the first wavetable position. Might be too late, we can't even hear it. Boom. Perfect. Alright. We are going to load in Classic Tube. Too much Classic Tube. And Dimension Expander. Those are my two go-tos back in the day. Bloop, 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 bloop. Arpeggiator. We're switching over to LFOs now. Sync. Maybe 16th. Go to square kind of. And we will add this on the... I think this is like the pitch automation, and then this is semitones. Needs to be higher. Let's change the pitch. That's a bit better. Now we need to accentuate this kind of one. We can drop this on this as well. And we want like a normal one after that as well. Beautiful. We want some reverb, and then we will create a chord pattern. 140 still sounds slow. I can't get my head around that. For this scale, let's go D minor. Okay, it's gonna be pretty basic for the verse / build up, and then when we get to the drop, we'll introduce a melody and kind of like a bass structure, and it will be mint then. Okay, since we're doing eighths, I think, yeah, it would make sense to kind of like have a chord and have like 4 notes of that, so it does da 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 da. Whatever I was doing before, D, F, A, D. Nope. Sixteenth sounds way better. It doesn't feel as slow. More variation. not quite. We want retrigger on the beat. It's doing some weird things whenever I introduce like a new note there. It should play, based on the arpeggiation, it should go back to the first one, but it's not. It's staying there, which is really weird. So this will keep it in check, hopefully. Every new like beat will start the arpeggiator over again, I think. And then since our kind of root note scale is D minor, let's go to the note below that, which is hopefully C. So maybe like that. Okay, we want that right at the end and maybe a note in between there. F. So I'm like dancing around the D note. Yeah. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Alright, let's introduce a filter, because filters are sick and massive. Filter 1, filter 1, filter 1, send the oscillators there. Series versus parallel. Let's go series, so it does one filter to the next and turn that mix to mix 1. And let's automate that. What the fuck?
A few moments later.
Maybe I had the repeat duration on too long and it just wasn't doing it. Okay, gonna duplicate that because that is mint. For this massive, this is gonna be fast up. This is gonna be slow up. Oh yeah, ups would actually help. Back into this arpeggiator and we'll go. That's suiting. That's very 2010. EQ on that. And we have a low sweep in LFO on that cutoff, I reckon. Just drag that in. Well, some low bullshit's happening. Anyway, let's ignore that. LFO. Back into this, let's add a high pass filter. So we'll sweep in the high frequencies when it gets to maybe this bit. Fuck, this bit. That is very weird. Okay, very subtle but very high in D. That was pretty random and not that essential to the mix. We're gonna create the bass now. Let's drag in some MIDI for that. Just kill all the chord notes, so left with the bottom notes, which should be the bass. Me from the future, ignore how I brush over this bass completely on how to make it. It's trash, I get rid of it in the future, so yeah. Let's introduce some more variation. D, no, it's gonna slide up to that. This might sound weird. This is A. Do, 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 do. Maybe that? Or underneath it? Yeah. Okay, future thinking when the snare's gonna come in. It's kind of just gonna go drum full and then straight into the main attraction, which is this, with some more chords. Kind of. Yeah. Do we do one more layer? Supersaw layer with massive? Why not? They're all gonna be saw square and saw waves. There. Turn up the rest of the osses. Detune slightly, just a few cents. Voicing unison. No, we want it polyphonic. It is very loud. EQ, we don't want that bass. Nah, we'll do manual EQ. That sounds weird. That completely strips out the loop. Right, let's hear how this sounds. This is very basic. We might have to edit it. We might need that. It'll probably be out of key if we copy across this MIDI and it not be adjusted by that scale tool. So. Alright, it needs to be thickened up, and we can't use OTT. Fuck. White noise. Parabolic shaper. Let's drag in this arpeggiator. It's on 8. You can't see it on the screen, but I'm selecting chord trigger. Add a lower extra bass note. I want to make sure there's a thing in Massive. If you play too many notes simultaneously, it won't play all those notes. It's in the voicing, max unison 16. So if we've got 10 unison, 10 instances of the same sound being played when you hit one note, then it might not play all of them, I don't think. I need something. OTT! I reckon there'll be an episode right there and I'll just like slam an OTT on everything. Let's load in some drums. This is sounding whack by itself. We need drums, we need sidechain, we need all that good stuff, so. Lovely. Snares from that era kind of have like real beefy low end. So. Alright, where's the sidechain at? We need the sidechain and we need something happening on those chords. Maybe not arpeggiator, I don't know. Anyway, let's get the sidechain in and then we'll go from there. It needs something. Sidechain from the kick, which is 5. Sweet. We'll add sidechain from the snare as well. Copy across that, and we'll copy across that. Maybe the bass has too much high end. Man, everything's got too much high end. No, I want consistent notes for that. Oh shit, ruined that big time. Legato. Oh, we gotta be authentic and use massive. Nah, fuck it, let's just use massive. All the same square / saw waves. Turn up that. Envelope, level up. Slight detune again. Actually, the first one's gonna be completely in pitch. Fatty Supersaw. Anyway, we want low pass filter. Oh, we don't even need that bass. Oh, it just wasted so much time. Oh, that's a way better bass. Let's start with the high D, and then when the drums kick in, and everything kicks in, we'll switch back to the low D. Hopefully it recorded that. Yeah, background Ableton shenanigans. And this is gonna go to a low A. Don't like that F note in there, so we're gonna switch that. More glide, I didn't like that. There we go. The auto filter in Ableton's got some drives built in. There we go. Limit the shit out of that. Introduce this chord a bit more. Everything sounds super distorted because I put way too much saturation on everything. Alright, kind of getting there. A lot of it is clipping and distorted, which isn't that great. But you know, we can fix that easily. Drum loops like that, it's such a big difference in just like filling out the background noise and etc, etc. Sounds really clipped. Too much. Oh, it's the parabolic shape of screwing with it. That sounds a bit cleaner. And this needs to be super wide as well. We could change some oscillators actually. It doesn't all have to be like the classic Supersaw square saw wave kind of. That sounds good. Here in the mix. Crashes, 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 crashes. We need some. There we go. Something like that. That snare needs a little bit more reverb on the high end. A couple of sweepers, maybe? Might have to turn that crash. Come on closer. Found some vocals that could suit. It's in E minor, we're in D minor, so I'm gonna have to pitch it down 2. And it was 160 BPM originally. I really want to use OTT. I'm actually having OTT withdrawals. This is crazy. I'm just like, oh, just put OTT on this. I can't. We're going to do some crafty effects processing. Going to start with a compressor, just simple compression. Open your eyes, take a breath. Going to load up some reverb. Open your eyes, take a breath. More reverb. Open your eyes, take a breath. Sweet. Going to press Command G or Control G, chucks it into a group. Open this. We can split into 2 chains, so the effects will go through 1 and 2. This one's going to be burb. This one's going to be delay. And of course, we're going to chuck a delay into the delay chain of it. Open your eyes, take a breath. We're going to also side chain this to itself, 13. Open your eyes, take a breath. So basically what this is doing, it's side chaining this shit out of the delay, so when the vocal's playing, you can't really hear the delay, but then when the vocal stops playing, the sidechain kind of releases and the delay comes through. So
open your eyes, take a breath. Come on closer.
And then we will EQ it after that.
Open your eyes, take a breath. Come on closer.
Backing. This is 160. Oh, it's verse 2 backing. My bad. We need verse 1 backing. 160.
Open your eyes.
This channel needs some effects as well, so I'm just gonna copy across that. Oh my goodness, I had a fatty idea. It was 160. We kind of crossbreed this vocal with the last one.
Come on, all the things that I have. If anything could bring you back, if anything could bring, I'll never forget you. I'll never.
That could suit right at the end. Assuming there's nothing after that. No, sweet. Pro, Complex Pro, crank it.
Get you. I never forget you. Never forget you.
Never forget. Okay, what about arpeggiator on the main bass doing eighths. Man, changing the gate changes everything. Okay, it was a good idea at the start, but this and the gap, no. Maybe just a subtle sidechain on the vocals could work. Cause maybe the OG, maybe not the back. Bam, it needs something, I don't know what. I'm gonna EQ out a little bit of this high range here because it's clashing with the vocals. We don't want them competing, we want the vocal to stand out and the art to kind of like reinforce the backing. Next episode, into the build-up, it's gonna be sick. This still feels like it needs a little bit something different. I think I'm gonna have to reference like Flux Pavilion or Gemini to get that old kind of dubstep, melodic vocal kind of vibe. It's almost there, it's not quite sitting right yet. It just needs something. It's all to do with the backing and the harmonies at the moment. Drums sounding good, vocals sounding good, bass sounding pretty good. It's just that chord stack in the middle just to tie everything together. It just needs work. I don't know what to add. I'll do my homework, I'll reference that hopefully before the next episode. Next episode on Sunday is going to be the build up. It's going to be sick. If it's already out, I'll leave a link to that in the comment section below so you catch the next piece of the puzzle. I guess I'll catch you guys then. In the meantime, if you did enjoy, be sure to smash that like button. Hopefully you guys have a great day. I'll catch you next episode and peace.